Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Jane Gardner again, and it's Step in Front of the Camera again, tips and tricks. So today we're going to talk about the Blue Yeti microphone. I'm going to be using pictures because I don't want to move my microphone, but I use a Blue Yeti. It is a stereo condenser microphone, and so it is great for it has a USB cable on it, so it also you can put it into the computer. So make sure you have a USB connection available. So let's have a look at the front of it. I took a picture, and let's have a look. Where are we here? There we are. So on the front of the Blue Yeti, you have your volume for your for your speaker, so your headphones. So you can connect your obviously your headphones into your microphone and always listen to what you're saying in terms of what it's producing for you. You can also do the recording out through it to listen through the headphones. And of course the mute button flashes when you're muting, and it's a steady red glow when you're recording and it's on. So that's always good to check, because I've many times had it off when I should have it on. But basically the Blue Yeti has been really good for me. I haven't really had to do any volume changes in terms of my once I do a recording. But let's look at the back of the Blue Yeti. So we've got a nice label here, and we're going to talk in depth, I guess, a little about what everything is. Now, gain is basically what you need. Controls the amount of audio that you want to capture, or the level audio that you want to capture on your Blue Yeti. And then the pattern button has the pattern of how the microphone takes up sound. So we'll go over gain and the pattern. So you really have to do some recordings and test your microphone when you get it, to see what you like the best in terms of gain. If it's always in the same position in the studio and it's real close to your voice, then you can probably put it low. But until you try and test it, you won't really be able to tell what settings you want for that. But for the pattern, that is pretty obvious, so let's go over the patterns. So we have the stereo mode, and so it's multi-purpose. It's good for lots of different types of recordings. If you're not sure what mode you need to record in, then you can just put it on stereo mode and try it out and put it on a recording and see if you like it or not. The next one setting is omnidirectional. So it's a complete circle symbol on the microphone, and the Blue Yeti will actually capture audio from a 360-degree angle all around the microphone. So it's useful when, let's say, you want to record a conference and you can have various people speaking around the table, and you can actually capture their voice, because this actually tries to catch the sound of their voice from whenever they're sitting, or whatever sounds there are in the space, and you can hear most of what people are saying even if they're sitting around a table. So it's good for conferences or when you want to record in any direction. Now in a studio setting, I don't think it will work for you, because you don't want to catch the sounds of the computer as much either, or any clocks or whatever else in the room. So it's best to not use omnidirectional if you're trying to do a screencasting or a recording of a video. So the third one is cardioid, and it gives the best quality of audio. It's meant for podcasting or for recording voiceovers, and it will only be recording the audio from right in front of the microphone, right above where obviously the mute button is. So if you switch it to cardio mode and you speak right in front of the microphone, you do well. But if you speak and from behind the microphone, it's very weak. So you want to be able to be up nice and close at a standard distance away from your microphone. And if you're doing screencasts, I would recommend using the cardioid mode because it gives the richest quality of audio. But of course, you can't really tell until you set up your studio and do a little quick recording and see if you like the sound. So the next and last option is bi-directional. So it's similar to cardioid or stereo, but it strictly captures audio only from the front and the back. And this is useful if, say, for example, you're doing an interview and the other person is sitting in front of you, so that the back of the microphone as well as the front of the microphone is capturing the voices. And so you can place the Blue Yeti right in the middle, and it'll capture both your audio and the person that you are interviewing. If there are people on the left and right, technically speaking, it won't be capturing that audio, but you could always see if it does or not. But it's going to be pretty noisy if you're trying to capture all four directions, so it's probably best not to do that. So there's 4 patterns to the Blue Yeti, and basically it's kind of difficult to show you the difference because it all depends on your own studio environment, but I'd recommend either trying the stereo or the cardioid pattern. And of course you're going to have to check your gain and see which you like the most. I've been trying it quite a bit, and I haven't really found the one that I really like yet. And when I do, I mark it on the microphone so I can always get back to that setting. So there you go. Maybe we should actually talk a little bit more about all those types of things like gain, and just so that you understand it a little bit more. So do a bit, because at some point we're going to have to talk about editing your sound and making it the best it can be in terms of your video. So yeah, it might be good to talk about gain next time, or if we need to talk about gain. It depends. It depends on using Audacity, whether or not you need to understand gain, and certainly the volume of what you're speaking. You always have to stop your recording and then go listen to it and see if the volume of the voice is loud enough. This one may not be, because I've been trying out gain, but